Hey, this is Drew Bennett from benspark.com, and I'm joined today by my daughter, Eva.
Hi.
And we are going to talk today about action figures, specifically some action figures for girls. As you guys know, I am all the way on Team Stark. I'm always putting up little things about Iron Man and Team Stark. But Eva, in the Captain America Civil War, what team would you be on?
Probably Captain America.
In my own home.
Hey, he's the cool guy. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say he's the cool guy. But anyway, one of the things that I don't know if I've ever talked about is that I really love coloring. It's something I enjoy doing a lot. And over the past couple days, I did this. Okay. Little Captain America there. The Avengette, but I kind of colored it more to look like the X-Men's their ship. So I had fun with that. And then this morning, Eva
And my brother Andrew.
and her brother Andrew. Yep, this is the side Andrew did.
I do Black Widow.
Yep, did some Black Widow there. All right. Daddy has a bit of a cough for a moment, so I'm going to stop this for 1 second. All right. So there are a big number of toys, action figures for guys, for boys. I mean, definitely girls can play with any action figures there are, but there aren't a lot of action figures specifically geared towards girls, except for one line that I found on Kickstarter a couple of years ago, actually now. And through Kickstarter, we discovered I Am Elemental. Can you show them the box there? Oh, yep, sure. All right. So this is actually a collector's toy box for I Am Elemental, and inside are a bunch of action figures. There's 7 different action figures that make up the element of courage. Okay. And I think you have courage in there too, right?
Yes, I
do. Courage is actually a larger figure that embodies all of the elements together into a larger action figure.
And she is more flexible than the little ones.
Okay, she has many more points of articulation.
Yeah,
that's what we say with action figures is points of articulation. It's more things that she can move around, more posability. So with that, we're going to show you all the different characters from I Am Elemental from the first series, the Courage series. And I just learned that coming out at Toy Fair, they're going to announce Wisdom. Series 2 is going to be Wisdom. So Elements of Wisdom. And each...
And I can grow my collection. And my big team.
Can grow your collection, yeah. And what's nice about the I Am Elemental series is that the individual figures are not characters. They're embodiments of a particular element. So there's bravery, there's enthusiasm, there's fear.
There's my favorite, honesty.
Honesty. So they don't have any actual, it's not a name for another person, but that gives kids the the open-ended play where they can decide a backstory for each one of these characters and make them their own. And what's really nice about that, and each particular series has a muse, and what that means is that the inspiration for elements of courage
were real people.
Right, and so who is the real person?
This one was Joan of Arc.
Exactly. Joan of Arc was the person who was the muse for courage. Now, Wisdom's coming out, and they actually have a contest to see who can determine who the muse is for Wisdom. Will that be, who exactly will that be? My particular guess is Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor. That's what I think. That is a big name. Well, she was very important. She was the first female Supreme Court Justice. And if you think about the Supreme Court, mostly, you think of wisdom. You think of, a judge is going to be somebody who has wisdom. So that's my choice. I don't know. That's my guess. In the show notes, I'll have a link to where you can you can go in and put in your vote for who you think the muse is. Okay, so let's take a look at those individual characters. Eva's going to put them out, and then she's going to talk about each one of them.
So, on the side of the box, there are all the different elements, like the abbreviations for their names. And so, inside, they all come in their own individual bags. And they also come with a shield for each one of them. This one's Honesty. And they come with a book. So there's different activities inside. So, let's start. This is Energy, and she has some hiking boots for shoes, and she has an energy cowl, and she has gloves on her hands, and most of them have a metallic body, and she has pink hair, which is longer on one side and shorter on the other.
She could also pose really well. She's standing on her own. Her arms and legs move. I don't think the feet do, but the knees bend, the elbows bend, the shoulders move. There's pretty decent articulation in that character. What else do they come with, Eva?
They also come with trading cards, and on the back there are words. So once I've gone through all of them, I will put together the sentence. So they each have a word on the back, or two. So it creates a sentence about this line of characters. They also come with their shields, which they can hold, and a bracelet line on here. And so the handle in the back allows this piece to slip through, and that is how they stay on. And on the end is a little ball that you can put through these little squares and put them on like a bracelet. So each character has one. Now let's get this Honesty, and she is my favorite. She comes with her trading card, and on the back, her word is afraid. Afraid. And there is a comma next to that, so there must be in the beginning of the sentence. And my favorite part about her is that she comes with wings. You can take them off and put them back on. They are really cool, and she has a light blue. That is one of my favorite colors. She comes with her shield, and it is not the same color as their body, but I think it is the same color as their hair. And so I really love Honesty. She's my favorite, and she is the leader of my group. I chose her. This is Enthusiasm. She is also one of the leaders in my team. She is also one of my favorites. She comes with a little plate on right here. It can also come off. And she has a metallic body. And this time she's wearing some kind of boots with pink on the top. The bottom is a silver, and it is also metallic. So they each come with a mask. They all have a mask on and her card. And so that is her card. On the back, it is born. That's the word. And so her shield is pink, which I believe the color of their shield matches the color of their skin. This is Bravery. She is one of my favorites, and she is also one of the leaders. She's holding her shield, and this time she also comes with a card. And on the back, her word is I am, which will be the beginning of the sentence. So she has things around her shoulders, shoulder pads, and boots as well. They're pink. A metallic body, and so are her shoulder pads. She has a braid in the back, and her gloves are pink as well. So she's one of my favorites. Her skin is red, and so is her shield. This is Persistence, and she has a cape which probably makes her be able to fly. She has a headband in the back, and also the mask that each one of them has. It has a metallic body as well, and she has gloves, and her hair is short due to the cape because it would kind of get caught on her cape if it was longer. And so Persistence finishes what she starts and persists in spite of obstacles. She has the ability to push through any obstacle with super strength. And this is her card. And her word is to do. And so that would probably be about in the middle of the sentence. This is Industry. She is like the inventor of the group. She has mountain boots, and also she has a backpack, and she has a headband and short hair. I think if it had longer hair, it would interfere with her backpack. So she's also the inventor. She's really creative. Industry works hard at all she does. She has the ability to control physical objects and repair anything that is broken. And so this is her card. And her word is I was. And so she has the mask as well. And she has orange skin, probably because she's been climbing in the mountains and fixing stuff. This is Fear, and she has more of a helmet than hair, and she holds a snake, and she has the mask like all the others do. She has gloves, and she also has purple boots with metallic bottoms. Fear spreads the impulse to pull away and hide. She has the ability to stop a moving object in its tracks. And so this is her card. And her word is this. And this is her shield. And so it is purple like her. And
why would fear be part of bravery? Courage. Why would something like fear be part of courage?
Because, like, you want to be big, and you want to be brave, and you can scare the other people.
I think too is that sometimes when you're afraid, you know, you
make others afraid.
having courage is being afraid but doing it anyway. You know, that's also what bravery is, you know, having fear but doing it anyway, doing what you know is right. So fear being part of courage is that, you know, it's easy to be brave and courageous when something's easy, but when something's hard and makes you afraid, then that, you know, makes courage a real thing. So that's what I think of courage. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, when you put all of the elements of courage together, you get a sentence like,
I am not afraid. I was born to do this.
right, so here we got all the elements of courage all put together, and then that leads into this giant figure here. All right, so this is a like full-scale figure, and what Eva said earlier about it being a lot more flexible, that means there's a lot more points of articulation. So we've got, you know, again, inspired here by Joan of Arc. So we've got this helmet here. We've got a flaming sword. We've got her shield that says courage.
And there's a part in her leg that you can put the shield in when he's not using it.
Right there. There's a little slot there. You can put the shield on her leg. On the back, she's got braids and straight hair and more braids. The helmet comes off, right?
Yeah,
right.
It does. And on the inside, there is an imprint of what her hair looks like so that it fits perfectly.
Yep. So, okay, she does stand pretty well. She's very, very flexible. And, you know, this is the embodiment here of courage.
And all of the dolls on the back have a infinity symbol.
They do. They do have an infinity symbol. And are these dolls or are these action figures?
Action figures, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, these are figures made for action. And they're made for great stories and great fun. Eva, let's talk a little bit more about this. So Eva, what do you think of doing your first toy review on the vlog here?
This is fun.
Yeah. And what do you think of the whole line of I Am Elemental toys?
They're fun, and you can have them. You can give them their own stories. They don't all have to be the same story.
No, definitely. And you know you were talking earlier about which figures you thought were the most important, and we were talking about that. Whether you know these elements of courage. What's really nice about that is that, to me, every one of those characters is important to making up courage. So that team is important. But you had a different idea, right?
Yeah. Honesty and bravery are like the most important because courage is built up of all of the elements, but of bravery and honesty, they just feel like the most important to me.
Okay.
I don't know why, but they do.
Well, I mean, honesty is very important if you're going to have courage, because sometimes being honest is hard. You know, sometimes you don't want to tell somebody something that you know you need to tell them. You might get in trouble or you might hurt their feelings, but you got to have courage and use that honesty to tell them what you really think. So
right.
I think you understand that most of all, those things. So, hey, this is Drew Bennett from BenSpark.com, along with my daughter Eva, who she did a great job. I think you guys should probably give a thumbs up for the work she did on introducing each one of those characters. You can find me on Instagram as BenSpark, at Facebook.com/I'm Not a Famous Blogger, on Twitter as BenSpark, and I'd love it if you subscribe below, because then you can get all great videos like this. I'm sure Eva will be back to help out in a future video. So thank you for watching.